Hi, my name is Michael, and today I'm going to be tackling the question, what is the gospel? And to answer that question, we have to start at the very beginning and go from there. And we have to answer the question, why are we here? What is our purpose for being here as humans? Well, for that, we go to Genesis. And in Genesis, God says, let us make man in our image. Let us make man. He's already made the planets, the moon, the stars, all that. So now he's on to man. So he makes man, and then he says, let us make man in our image. Why does he want to make man in our image? In the image of God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit? Well, it's because he wanted to have a creature that he could communicate with, he could talk to, and what better way to have the creature be in your image than to look like you. And so when you look at this creature, you're seeing yourself. So he creates man, and then this is the next step. Man sins. Man and woman are tempted by the serpent, and they eat the fruit, and then they are forever separated from God. And that curse falls on the human race to up until present day, and for future generations to come, we are all separated from man. So now we're at odds with God, and if we die right now, we can't enter into heaven. So the punishment is we go to hell for not being saved. So God had to come up with a solution. And so now we're in the New Testament, and God's solution is his perfect, sinless Son, Jesus. So he sends his Son to die on the cross, and he dies, and that is taking care of the sin that we have. But the story doesn't stop there. The story continues, and he resurrects himself on the third day. And I say resurrects himself. I don't just say resurrects, because I want to put a little emphasis on that. Up until this point in the Old and New Testament, no one had resurrected themselves. There have been many people that had died, and other people had resurrected them, but no one had ever died and resurrected themselves. So that just further shows that Jesus was the one to change this predicament of we as humans being at odds with God. So he resurrects on the third day, and now we have the opportunity to ask him into our hearts to be able to go into heaven. Now, you may ask, well, how do I receive this? How do I get this? And that is really simple. All you have to do is confess with your mouth that you have sinned. And because when I say sinned, I mean anything. I mean all the way from lying to killing, stealing, whatever. If you've done any of that, that's considered sin. So to receive this awesome gift, you ask Jesus into your heart, and you confess with your mouth, I have sinned, I know that I've sinned. And then once you do that, you are now accepting the gift that he is freely given everybody to accept by dying on the cross, to where now we can enter to heaven. And that's the gospel.